The future is here, it's coming every single day, it's moving in a direction where it's quite clear, we're going into a completely digital world. And 2020 is an interesting year. I've been saying for years the future is better than we think. And now it's finally coming to our mind to where we can say why. 2020 is an interesting year. First, in numerology, 2 means collaboration, working together. And 0 means, of course, infinite. Those are the 2 headers for 2020. We're going to need some very serious collaboration because we have some very serious challenges. And of course, opportunities. Climate change, energy, water, food, security, politics. Not going to talk about politics, but. So basically, when we're looking at this, 2 big points here, right? This is a dominant topic of the decade. You're going to find in the next couple of years carbon tax on airports, on flights, on cars, cities that will prohibit diesel cars, cities that will prohibit cars entirely. Right? And I'm going to be deeply hurt by this. I don't have a car anymore, but I fly a lot. I predict we're going to see in the next couple of years a carbon tax for all flights, including eventually paying as much for the carbon tax than you pay for the ticket. Think about that for a second. And the shift to renewable energy, the end of oil, that's coming. What is the end of oil going to mean to the world? Well, that's a geopolitical change factor times 1,000. Right? That's coming. You heard about software is eating the world, right? Mark Andreessen, 2001 in the New York Times. Right? Now technology is eating the world. Everything is becoming technology. Technology is a driving force of society. You could say, in many ways, technology is the new religion. And it's the new drug. The CEO of Salesforce, Mark Benioff, once said, Facebook is the new cigarette. It's so funny, I find myself observing when I sit somewhere to get ready for a speech, people looking at their cell phones and smoking at the same time. Right? It goes together really well. 2 drugs at the same time. Yeah. Look at this chart. Consider yourself lucky or consider yourself really in deep trouble, whichever way you want to look at it, right? We're living in the biggest transformational phase in human history. Bigger than the printing press and the steam engine, the nuclear power, and of course the internet. Because now it's like 10 things are happening at the same time. Blockchain, genome sequencing, robotics, energy storage. Anything that a machine can do, it will eventually do. And what is that, what a machine can do? It's all the stuff that doesn't require human ability. Right? Let's look at the flip side of this. Right? Anything that cannot be digitized, virtualized, becomes really important. And that's why we're here. Right? You're not sitting at home watching YouTube. You're here talking to people. Right? You're here making actual connections. That involves emotions, creativity, imagination, ethics, empathy, consciousness. Will we one day have conscious computers? I think that is possible. I wouldn't want it, but I think it's, in theory, possible to imitate consciousness. 50 years away, maybe. So, anything that cannot be digitized will become valuable. And you have to ask yourself in business, what is that? Right? There's trust, relationship, experiences. That's why you're going to win. You're not going to win if you have great technology. If you have bad technology, you will definitely lose. My theme for 2020, my new topic is this, the new Renaissance. You may remember the Renaissance from the 1500s in Italy, right? Leonardo da Vinci happens to have the same first name, just kidding. But Leonardo da Vinci came up with this, right? The Vitruvian Man, the perfect man and woman, of course. Even though he was depicted as a man back then, right? But what is our place going to be in this future, right? What is our place going to be in the world of the game changers? AI, data. Right? I think we have to put a new flag there and say, what's important for all this stuff is to help us, to flourish, to make humans grow, to create purpose, not just to create money. Money is good, yeah, we all like money, but it's not all about money, right? Happiness is composed of hundreds of different things. In fact, it has proven that beyond a certain point of money, you don't become more happy. Right? In Western countries, $75,000, roughly. You have $75 million, are you 1,000 times as happy? No, probably less. Yeah? $750 a year, you're not happy. Right? So it's really important to figure out how this will work for us in the future. Will we have a machine that will tell us what to do? Right? You're using Google Maps, right? That's what it does. You're using Tinder? That's what it does. Right? You're using Facebook? That's what it does. The more people connect on the mobile phone, GDP increases. Mobility is great, connectivity is great, but there is such a thing as over-connectivity. Digital obesity, right? Becoming mentally fat. Right? 600 million people around the world have obesity. Right? It's a very serious issue. So technology for good, right? Technology can be a present, the game changers I showed earlier, or it can be a bomb. I mean, a hammer, if a carpenter has a hammer, the carpenter can take the hammer and kill people on the street using a hammer. Or you can build a house. I mean, obviously we have regulation to cover those kind of things, right? But we need to figure out how do we keep technology mostly a present and just a little bit of a bomb. Right? And who is going to take care of the bomb? I mean, right now, right, Facebook says the bomb is not our problem. If there's election manipulation, right, if there's distortion of reality, that's not our problem, it's your problem. I'm just going to keep making $150 million profit a day, but the bomb is your problem. Right? It's like the gun companies in America saying, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Right? I mean, what a stupid excuse. I mean, think about this for a second. Right? We have to have responsibility, accountability, supervision. Right? We cannot allow technology to pervert democracy. Just by feeding us wrong information. If social media companies want to have a future, they're going to have to figure out what to do about election manipulation, right? And bar advertising for elections completely. This is the thing that we have to look at for the near future to solve this problem. This Apple video, right? It shows you what's happening. Right? As much as you can criticize Apple for many things, right? Privacy, that's iPhone. Apple is banking on privacy as a competitive factor. Take a page from Apple. Right? Privacy, sustainability, right? Responsibility, high price, just kidding. I mean, it's a competitive differentiator. Right? You don't respect privacy, you will not have customers in the future, not at all. We have to rehumanize. When you think about the future, invest as much as you want in technology, but invest the same in being human. Right? Holistic, circular, sustainable, human. I think those are the companies that are going to be valued the most in the future. Because that's actually what we want, right? We want companies to be going in this direction. So, as I say in my book, to rehumanize technology, that's the goal. Right? That will be the best for us, and also it will make the most money. As you can see already, that's already shaping up to be a new way of looking at the economy in the near future. So going back to 2020, infinite possibilities and collaboration. If you have that, you will win. Ultimately, as I said earlier, the future is better than we think. There's only one thing we have to do. We have to make wise choices.